Stop right there. Do not scroll past this. Virgo, you did not find this message by algorithm or by chance. It is the exact timing of your energetic cycle that brought you here tonight. I can feel the heavy weight you have been carrying in silence, that exhausting sensation that no matter how right you do things, something unseen always pushes back. If you close this now, you will keep fighting a physical battle against a spiritual siege. But if you stay, I will reveal the rare prophecy nobody told you about, the one that explains everything. Most people call it a series of unfortunate coincidences or just bad luck when things fall apart for you at the last minute. The spiritual truth is that it is a targeted, invisible siege of envy, reacting to the light you are about to emit. You are the Virgo who works flawlessly in the shadows, only to have your progress inexplicably halted at the 99% mark. You shrink your own light so you will not bother others, yet you still feel those draining stares pulling you down. Just like a massive oak tree whose roots break through concrete in silence, you hold everything together without being seen, but the envy tries to poison the soil before the leaves can show. You must understand this rare prophetic cycle right now, before this energetic window closes and the siege resets itself. You will understand why your biggest victories always seem to attract the heaviest silence from certain people around you. You will discover the exact spiritual mechanism that has been draining your energy right when you need it most. You will learn how to cut these invisible cords without ever having to confront anyone or say a single word. You will map out the precise cosmic window of this rare prophecy to shield your next steps. And before this message closes, I will tell you one single sentence about your life that you will carry with you for the next few months. It was never your lack of effort. Have you ever felt that there is a strange, cold weight pressing down on your shoulders that gets heavier precisely when your life is about to take a turn for the better? As if something deep inside you knew that not everyone smiling at you wants to see you win, but your rational mind just hasn't accepted it yet. And what if this sudden exhaustion, the doors closing at the last minute, and the friendships turning cold aren't just coincidences, but a sign that the universe is trying to show you the spiritual envy surrounding your Virgo path? Because while most people brush off envy as a myth, very few realize that every stalled phase can carry an unspoken stare, an invisible chain, and a spiritual siege that has not yet been cut. But what if the great turning point of your life lies exactly in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me. Why does everything stall in your life precisely when it is about to work out? What if every project that died the night before, every compliment that tasted bitter, every time your flawless work was credited to someone else, every heavy energy after certain encounters, and this constant sensation of being watched from the shadows were actually signs of a spiritual envy you have ignored for far too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. This digital book is not just a read, it is a revelation created for Virgos who wish to understand exactly where this draining energy is coming from, cut the invisible cords of envy, the evil eye and silent sabotage once and for all, and shield your energetic field so you can finally grow without the fear of being seen. Many Virgos already feel that they need to protect themselves from this energy that surrounds them, but they still haven't made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But beware. Access may be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform your path. Do not wait for another hard-earned victory to stall at the 11th hour before you decide to seek protection. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the envy that tried to dim your light might be the exact proof that the universe has prepared a brilliance for you that is simply too large to go unnoticed. You are still processing this right now, with that shiver of recognition on the back of your neck. If this very first word has already touched something deep inside you, write "My light is mine" down below, not for me, but because another Virgo who is standing exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This journey of protection has a map, and it is already within your reach, anchored in the first pinned comment. I will return to it shortly, because you need this shielding before we go any deeper. And if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I do not receive a single cent for any of these messages I deliver here every day. Nothing at all. And yet they keep coming out every single day for you and for every Virgo who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wishes to give back a little of what you received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand today, any amount your heart points to, that is what keeps this channel standing. That is what makes the next message reach another Virgo tomorrow. Exactly how it reached you today. I will be waiting for you there, Virgo. But I haven't told you the most important part yet. There are 4 specific signs that this unseen siege is already acting upon you right now, and you are going to recognize at least one of them immediately. Let us slow down for a second, Virgo. Step away from the noise of the day and just breathe. You have been running so fast, trying to fix everything, trying to outwork this invisible resistance, that you haven't even stopped to look at the patterns repeating around you. You are so used to carrying the weight of everyone else's expectations that you stopped questioning why your own path suddenly gets heavier precisely when you are about to step into your power. But the universe has been leaving clear breadcrumbs right in front of you, showing you exactly how this heavy energetic field operates in your daily life. Notice how your body reacts to what I'm about to tell you right now. Pay attention to the sudden change in your chest, or that familiar tension creeping up the back of your neck, because your intuition already knows the truth of what we are about to uncover. Your rational mind might try to find a logical excuse for these recurring events, but your spirit knows exactly what is really going on. The first sign is that sudden, crushing exhaustion hitting you right after a simple coffee or casual conversation with someone who only gave you compliments. You walk away feeling completely drained, as if your physical battery was instantly depleted, even though nothing negative was ever spoken. This was not a lack of sleep, and it certainly wasn't just the stress of a busy day. It was your energy field desperately warning you that not every smile wants to see you win. You called it unexplained exhaustion. The universe called it a silent energetic drain. The second sign happens right when you are on the verge of a major breakthrough. It is that perfect project, that promotion, or that carefully laid plan that inexplicably stalled on a Tuesday afternoon, just hours before its completion. You checked every single detail. You worked flawlessly in the shadows, but suddenly the door slammed shut without any logical explanation. This was not a lack of competence, Virgo. It was the unseen weight of spiritual envy pulling the emergency brake on your success. You called it a string of bad luck at the finish line. The universe called it an invisible siege. The third sign is the bitter taste left in the room when you bravely shared a piece of good news and the environment immediately went ice cold. That strange, heavy silence that fell over the table was not distraction. It was the sound of a spiritual siege tightening around your expanding light. For some of you, this siege appears in your workplace, a sudden, unspoken tension from colleagues when you deliver flawless results and outshine the rest. For others, it manifests right inside your inner circle, a friend who awkwardly changes the subject the exact moment you finally share a personal win. The fourth sign is the sudden, overwhelming urge to hide your own happiness. It is you, sitting in silence, looking at your phone at 11 at night, and deciding to delete a post or withdraw a message before anyone else can see it. You tell yourself you are just being private, but that was not humility. It was your deep, primal intuition trying to shield your frequency from the heavy gaze of those watching you from the dark. You called it your own paranoia when you felt those heavy stares. The universe called it profound spiritual perception. These signs have a common origin, a very specific ancient source that has been silently tracking your progress, and it has a name. But before we get to the name, you need something else. There is a path of protection, and I am going to open it right now, before the name, before the word, because anyone carrying the heavy weight of this invisible siege needs relief before receiving the full revelation. Stay right here, and this is exactly where the path of protection opens. The signs that just hit you did not hit by chance, Virgo. They are the exact manifestation of that heavy fog that isn't just physical exhaustion. It is a chilling field that tightens around your chest every time your light begins to expand. You have been trying to logic your way out of this, trying to work twice as hard to outrun an energy that isn't even yours. You tell yourself that if you just organize your schedule better, if you just give a little more of your time, the resistance will fade. It is not a lack of effort. It is not a flaw in your planning. It is an unseen net that insists on pulling you back just when you think you've finally broken through. The invisible siege does not care about your work ethic. It only cares about keeping you contained, wrapping around your aura like a heavy chain precisely when you're about to step into your power. I have seen Virgos who are exactly where you are right now. Brilliant. Dedicated souls holding everyone else's world together, yet constantly feeling like they were walking through thick quicksand the moment it was their turn to shine. They thought they were just tired. They thought they were asking for too much from the universe. They carried the burden of everyone's expectations while silently bleeding out their own vital force. But what they really needed was to stop fighting a profound spiritual battle using merely physical tools. It is the doors that slammed shut at the last second. It is the friends who suddenly turned cold when you grew. It is the exhausting burden of carrying unseen stairs. You cannot just ignore this heavy gaze and hope it magically dissipates. It was precisely to cut this cycle that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. This is not just a collection of words. It is the exact blueprint designed to help you understand the deep mechanics of this draining energy, so you can finally cut the invisible cords of envy, the evil eye and silent sabotage once and for all. And it teaches you how to shield your energetic field so you can finally grow without the fear of being seen monitored or dragged down by those who secretly covet your light. Because the spiritual truth you must anchor today is this: envy cannot touch what it cannot comprehend. The unseen siege only holds power as long as you believe the exhaustion is your own fault. And you must arm yourself right now, because this cosmic window does not wait. This specific energetic configuration only opens this door once, and the longer you stay exposed, the more of your vital force is drained by the shadows. Do not wait for the next sudden roadblock to understand what this current phase is desperately trying to teach you. Every day you leave this unseen siege uncut is another victory delayed that was already yours by cosmic right. Every week you spend trying to push through the exhaustion without shielding your energetic field is another layer of your light being leaked to those who do not want to see you win. Every single month you pretend this is just bad luck is another vicious cycle of sabotage allowed to take permanent root in your life. The digital book is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. Download it right now, while this word is still vibrating in your chest. You need this to guarantee the absolute bulletproofing of this spiritual siege that only this specific map can reveal in full. Now, just breathe deeply and let that truth settle into your bones. Think about the massive oak tree we talked about earlier. Your roots have been breaking through the hard concrete of reality in absolute silence for so long. You have done the invisible work. You have carried the immense weight of the structure. But right now, the soil around those deep roots is being secretly poisoned by the heavy stares of unspoken jealousy. Before your leaves can truly show, before your beautiful canopy can spread wide and catch the brilliant sun, we have to purify that soil. We have to take that hidden root and turn it into an impenetrable wall. You are no longer going to shrink your existence just to make the shadows comfortable. And as I told you earlier, Virgo, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that open voluntary donation link right below the book. I still do not receive a single cent for every message that goes out from here to you. That is why this link exists, so that another Virgo tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today. Any amount that your heart points to, every such gesture keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach whoever needs it exactly how it reached you today. There is an ancient name for this. And now, with the path laid out in front of you, the name descends. There is an ancient term for this exact invisible resistance that you have been battling all this time. It is called the Vascania of the earth. It is not a modern psychological concept. It is not a simple metaphor for a string of bad luck. It is the literal ancient weight of the envious gaze that specifically targets, grounding, building energy, your exact frequency. This is not just a random person actively wishing you ill. It is a heavy, dense, energetic net that gets unconsciously thrown over your exact vibration right before you bloom. When you are quietly working in the background, making sure the foundation is secure, nobody notices. But the second your roots finally break the surface and the first green leaf of success appears, this Vascania of the earth activates. It tries to pull you back into the dark soil so nobody else has to feel uncomfortable about their own lack of growth. You have been fighting a spiritual gravity that was placed upon you by those who admire you but resent your discipline. You see, you are the master jeweler who works in absolute silence. I see you sitting in that quiet, dimly lit room, meticulously polishing a diamond for months on end. Nobody sees the microscopic cuts on your hands. Nobody witnesses your bleeding fingers, the countless late nights, or the sheer exhaustion of holding the entire structure together while the rest of the world peacefully sleeps. You never complained. You never asked for a round of applause. You just kept polishing, pouring your soul into every single facet of your work. But the moment the diamond is finally finished, the moment it is proudly placed in the shop window and catches the first brilliant ray of the morning sun, the crowd suddenly gathers. And they do not gather to praise the master jeweler's intense dedication. They gather to covet the precious stone. They stare at the magnificent brilliance you created from nothing, and their unspoken jealousy creates an energetic pressure so intense it threatens to shatter the display. You have been polishing your entire life in the dark, and now that it is finally shining, the heavy stairs of the Vascania of the earth are breaking the glass. That is exactly where you are right now, Virgo, but the tragic mistake you have been making is thinking that the solution is to take the diamond out of the window, turn off the lights, and hide it back in the dark. No. Instead of hiding the diamond, you must learn to bulletproof the glass. I saw you shrink. The universe speaks to you now. I watched you swallow your own joy at that table because something in the air warned you it was not safe to shine. I saw you carry the massive weight of other people's unspoken insecurities, thinking it was your duty to fix them. But I did not give you this immense capacity to build just so you could hide your breathtaking creations in the shadows. Your light was never the problem. It was their profound inability to witness it without feeling small. There is a man who carried this exact same unseen siege on his shoulders for years. He built entire systems from scratch. He helped absolutely everyone around him, fixing their messes in total silence. But every single time it was his turn to be promoted, recognized, or simply thanked, a sudden heavy fog would roll in, and someone else would inevitably take the credit. He thought he just was not trying hard enough. He thought he just needed to give a little more of his vital energy to prove his worth. And then, the rare prophecy revealed itself to him. What changed in him was not his flawless work ethic. It was the sudden, undeniable realization that he needed to sever the invisible cords of the Vascania of the earth before taking a single step forward. He stopped trying to outwork the spiritual envy and started shielding his field instead. Today, his light shines completely untouched, and he no longer apologizes for the magnificent space he occupies. You are still processing this right now, feeling that sudden release of tension in your chest and that deep chill of profound recognition running down your arms. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name on it. The revelation of the Vascania of the earth changes everything. Once you understand that this heavy, draining resistance is not a flaw in your character, you must look closely at who you have had to become in order to survive it. You have navigated this silent, invisible siege for so long, trying to logic your way out of spiritual attacks, that it has deeply shaped your daily identity. But now that the ancient name has descended and the truth is out in the open, it is time to recognize the specific role you have been playing inside this heavy energetic field, and more importantly, you need to see who you are truly about to become once these cords are finally severed. First, you are the overseen. You are the Virgo who learned to dim their own light just to survive the relentless, heavy stares of the room. You purposefully made yourself smaller, quieter, and less brilliant because you noticed very early on that your natural, effortless excellence made certain people deeply uncomfortable. Your greatest vulnerability was believing that your constant modesty and self-erasure would eventually buy their peace, but it only made the unseen net heavier upon your shoulders. Then there is the silent builder. Virgo carries. Virgo sustains the structure. Virgo never asks for help when the pillars are shaking. You are the one who carried the massive weight of everyone else's unspoken expectations, fixing their broken foundations while your own vital energy was being silently drained by the very people leaning on you. You truly thought your endless sacrifice was an act of pure love, but it was often just you unknowingly absorbing the spiritual exhaustion of the entire environment. But beneath all of that exhaustion, rising from the very depths of your spirit, you are the reborn root. You are the one who finally claims the fertile soil without ever asking for permission again. The heavy concrete is breaking, and your magnificent branches are about to reach the sun, completely unapologetic for the vast, beautiful space they require. You are stepping out of the shadows, and no invisible gaze will ever force you back into the dark. Notice your chest right now. Just breathe in and feel that profound, undeniable warmth spreading behind your ribs. That is the absolute recognition of your own hidden power finally being spoken aloud. You have lived through the brutal exhaustion of the overseen, and you have carried the crushing weight of the silent builder. But today, right here in this specific crossing, you are being crowned as the reborn root. That warmth in your chest is your own energetic field, waking up realizing that the long days of apologizing for your brilliance are officially over. But this powerful new identity that was just declared over your life desperately needs to be sustained. Because the Virgo who recognizes their own immense value but leaves their energetic field exposed will inevitably go back to carrying heavy stairs that were never theirs to begin with. To make sure you never shrink again, you need the absolute foundation found inside the digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. You need this specific shielding to sustain the powerful new identity that was just declared over your life. Do not wait for the heavy gaze to return before you secure what was just handed to you. This is about anchoring the exact protection your spirit requires, so you never have to diminish your magnificent light just to make the shadows comfortable again. I promised I would come back to this. But before we move forward, you need to know exactly how this invisible cycle will attempt to return, because it will try. You see, the invisible siege of the Vascania of the earth does not just vanish overnight. It adapts. I promised I would come back to this, and before we move forward, you need to know exactly how this heavy energetic cycle will attempt to return, because it absolutely will try. It will try to breach your newly declared identity using 3 very specific tactics, and you must arm yourself right now to repel them. The first tactic is the insidious doubt that sounds exactly like your own voice. Within the next few days, a quiet, rational whisper in your mind will try to convince you that you do not deserve this protection. It will tell you that you are just being arrogant for setting boundaries, that you should go back to being the overseen who stays quietly in the background. When that heavy thought tries to settle in, cross your arms firmly over your chest, physically shielding your heart center, and declare aloud, "My light is mine to keep." You are not asking the shadows for permission, you are sealing the door. The second tactic is the bittersweet compliment disguised as a harmless joke. For some of you, this will happen at a family gathering when someone subtly diminishes your hard work. For others, it will be a casual, stinging comment from a co-worker right after a major victory. This is the Vascania testing if your golden wall is truly up. When you feel that familiar heavy gaze wrapped in a fake smile, do not shrink. Instead, take a deep intentional exhale, physically blowing that dense energy away from your field, and silently declare, "I return this weight to its sender." It is no longer yours to carry. The third tactic is the sudden, overwhelming urge to apologize for your own success just to make someone else comfortable. You will find yourself wanting to downplay a major win, hiding the diamond away just so the room doesn't go completely cold. When that tragic instinct hits, plant both of your feet firmly on the ground, rooting yourself deeply like the massive oak tree, and declare, "I step into my space without apology." These 3 weapons protect you from what I managed to show you today. But the spiritual cycle has far more layers than can ever fit in a single video. You need to know what to do when the praise comes, with a hidden sting when the perfect plan stalls yet again, at the finish line, when that nameless exhaustion hits you after sharing your joy. That is why you must arm yourself right now with the great secret behind the spiritual envy against Virgo. It is the complete blueprint of protection you need, so this invisible net never catches you off guard again. I am not rushing you, I am warning you. Do not wait for the siege to tighten again before you finally open this map. The rare cosmic window that brought you to this precise revelation is narrowing quickly, and leaving your energetic field exposed tomorrow is a risk your spirit can no longer afford. The digital book is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. But right now I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. Let us step away from the exhausting battle for a moment, Virgo. You have been carrying this heavy, invisible armor for so long, trying to outsmart an enemy you could not even see, trying to protect your own light by making yourself smaller. You do not have to fight the Veskania of the earth with your physical strength anymore. The struggle ends the moment you realize that the energy trying to push you down only has power if you allow it to stay attached to your field. Close your eyes for a second. Drop your shoulders right now. Just breathe once, Divega, and let your hands rest open on your lap. We are going to sever those invisible cords right here, right now. Imagine that heavy, cold fog that usually settles on your shoulders when you are around those people. The exact sensation that drains your vital force just when you're about to bloom. Feel how it tries to shrink your chest and pull you back into the dark soil. Now, visualize a sharp, brilliant silver blade cutting the air right behind your back, instantly severing every single invisible cord attached to your spine. Feel the immediate, powerful rush of pure oxygen filling your lungs as the heavy fog entirely dissipates into nothingness. From the fertile earth beneath your feet, a solid, warm wall of golden light rises, wrapping securely around your deep, massive roots. It turns the glass around your diamond into an impenetrable fortress. You are sealed. You are protected. The weight is completely gone. Now that the cords are cut, you must let the remnants fall away. Release the exhausting weight of those silent, heavy stairs that constantly monitored your every step. Release the deep, quiet guilt of shining too brightly in rooms that simply were not ready for your breathtaking light. Release the sudden, tragic urge to apologize for your own hard-earned success just to keep the environment comfortable for those who refuse to grow. Release the toxic, lingering belief that the sudden roadblocks, the slammed doors and the bitter compliments were somehow your own fault. With the soil purified and the wall standing tall, your true identity takes its rightful place. The era of the overseen is officially over. You will never again dim your own brilliance or shrink your existence just to survive the unspoken jealousy of the room. The crushing burden of the silent builder is finally lifted. You are no longer obligated to quietly carry the spiritual exhaustion of everyone else's broken foundations while your own energy leaks away. You are fully activated now as the reborn root. You claim this fertile soil without asking for a single drop of permission, and your magnificent branches will reach the sun exactly as they were always destined to. You are still processing this profound shift right now, feeling that intense warmth expanding inside your chest as the golden wall solidifies around you. Before we seal this energetic field, write down below the name of someone you are carrying with you through this crossing, or, if this is for you alone, write in one single sentence what you are expecting the universe to return to your hands. I will read it, and you will not write this alone. Do not release this energy just yet. We are not done. Stay with me. Your home is sealed from this moment forward. The intense, silent effort you pour into your work is now completely shielded from the draining shadows, and every beautiful thing that is already on its way to you is protected before it even arrives. I have watched you carry the profound exhaustion of those who never ask for help. You thought you were just tired from the endless work, but I saw how you absorbed the unspoken insecurities of everyone around you. You freely gave them your vital energy, and when it was your turn to be replenished, they offered you only an empty room and a heavy gaze. I saw you swallow that good news at the table because something warned you it wasn't safe. You dimmed your own light flawlessly, just to make sure the environment wouldn't go cold, sacrificing your joy so the shadows wouldn't feel uncomfortable. You thought that was humility, but it was just you trying to survive the invisible siege. When that perfect project inexplicably died the night before completion, I saw your heart sink. You instantly blamed yourself. You reviewed every single detail, convincing yourself that your lack of effort was the reason the doors slammed shut, but you never lacked competence. You were simply trying to walk through a spiritual net that was never meant for you. I have seen the bitter taste left by every false compliment, and how you quietly decided to work twice as hard to outrun an invisible enemy. You carried that heavy field of unresolved jealousy on your back, thinking it was your duty to fix the broken foundations of those who secretly envied your discipline. But I never asked you to be the martyr of their unspoken fears. Today, the crushing burden is permanently lifted from your shoulders. Your massive roots have finally broken through the concrete, and the heavy stairs will no longer poison your soil. You are stepping into the magnificent space I created specifically for you, and you will never again apologize for the brilliant light you were always destined to cast. The insidious doubt that sounds exactly like your own voice ends here. The bittersweet compliment meant to test if your wall is truly up ends here. The sudden urge to apologize for your own success just to make someone else comfortable ends here. Virgo has never been cold. Virgo is not envied for being demanding. Virgo is envied for quietly delivering what others only promise out loud. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you. I saw you swallow that good news at the table because something warned you it wasn't safe. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing. What was severed here today is profoundly real, and the exhausting fog has finally dissipated from your chest. But tomorrow morning the world will attempt to convince you that absolutely nothing changed. It will try to bring back that heavy, invasive stare that will try to sit on your shoulders again tomorrow morning. The spiritual resistance will quietly test the golden walls you just erected, desperately searching for a single crack in your newfound confidence. You cannot simply walk away from this crossing and leave your energetic field exposed to those who still monitor your every step in silence. To ensure this protection remains absolutely unbreakable, you need the great secret behind the spiritual envy against Virgo. It is waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. You must arm yourself with this exact blueprint to anchor the absolute shielding you built in this crossing, so you do not lose it by tomorrow. This digital book is the definitive foundation your spirit requires to keep your light entirely bulletproof against the invisible siege. Do not wait for tomorrow to test the walls we just finished building tonight. There are thousands of Virgos listening to this right now, in the exact same silence as you. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not for numbers, but because the next message in this series will look exactly for the ones who have already crossed this first one. In the next video of this series, I'm going to show you the specific sign that appears exactly 3 days before the siege completely shatters, and why almost every Virgo completely ignores it. Do not miss it. And still in this video, Virgo, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far, you have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign. And if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees, and the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy gaze tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of spiritual envy, and it is already within your reach. The massive oak tree is finally shielded, the hidden roots are secured deep in pure, impenetrable soil, and your magnificent canopy is free to catch the sun. Now you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen, what was cut was cut. Walk light, Virgo.